So in this video, I want to show you how to cut a rubber waist ladies short, just like the one you are seeing in the video right now. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to cut to mark the edges, just to get a smooth and straight line measurement. Okay, so I'll just mark the both sides. First of all, you need to understand that these fabrics are 2, and then you already know that you'll be marking at the wrong side. So the fabrics are fixed together while I mark at the wrong side. Okay, so now we'll be placing the measurements. So I'll be pasting the measurements on the screen. So the length that you are using is the length of 18. Is a short, so you're using a length of 18, starting from the line that we have already marked. Now I'm adding extra 2 inches for the folding allowance, making it a total of 20. Okay. So I'm just going to mark it out on both sides so that I'll have a straight line. Okay. So 18 with an additional 2 inches, making it 20. So I'll just mark, I have a straight line. So now the next thing we are going to do is to mark out the laps, where the laps will be more like the crotch. Some people call it the flap or the crotch. Okay. So now the hips measurement is 44. Hips of 44. Now to get the crotch of a trouser is usually the hips divided by 4. So 44 divided by 4 is 11. But now we are adding additional 1 inches because it's a high waist short for ladies. So we add additional 1 inches, making it 12. Now I'm just going to mark it out. Okay. Now, so you're now going to place the measurements. This is the waistline, the laps line, and the knee line. Okay. Hope you understand so far. So now the laps measurement is 28. Okay, so 28 divided by 2. We'll have 14. So we are placing the 14 on that crotch line that we have already established. 14. Now, because of this a ladies short, we are going to divide that laps line 14 by 2, that is 7, to get the center line. Okay, so we are marking 7. That's the half of the laps. Hope you understand. Just to get the center line. So don't mind my English, as far as you're paying attention to what we are doing to the video, then you definitely understand what I'm doing. Now the knee measurement is 22. So we divide 22 by 2. Then we get 11. Now you're going to spread the 11 in between the center line. Okay, that is 5.5, 5.5 on both sides, giving us a total of 11 also. You understand? So mark. Instead of going from the side now, we are now doing it from the center. That's the purpose of the center line. Okay. Hope you understand. Then we're going to join the knee line to the laps, as you can see in the video. I'll do that for the both sides. So now the next thing we want to do is to get the hips measurement. Okay, the hips measurement is what we are going to do next. But then to get the point where the hips will be, we are going up 3 inches from the crotch measurement. Okay, 3 inches from the flap measurement, as you may call it. as you can see in the video. So this line that we have established is the hips point. That is where the hips measurement rather is going to be. So this is the waist measurement, the hips, the laps, and the knee. Okay. So you are placing the hips measurement, which is 44, on this measurement. So you are marking 44 divided by 4, which is 11. Marking on the waist, because it's a rubber waist, that's an elastic waist. It is we cut the waist together with the hips. Okay, so the elastic is going to bring it, stretch it down and make it your waist measurement. Okay, so if it was not an elastic waist, we would have probably used we'll use a different pattern. So now we've marked this point. We are going up by 1.5 inches, as you can see from the edge. So mark the 1.5 inches and then connect the line from the laps measurement down to the hip, as you can see in the video. Yeah, it's very simple and straightforward, right? The waist measurement is at this point. Okay, like I said before, if we are using a different pattern of a trouser, maybe the one with the zip, would have adjusted the waist to the waist measurement. But since it is a rubber waist, we'll cut it together with the hips measurement. Okay, so now we are just going to cut it out. So now we are going to cut the back. As you can see, it is two. The front is facing each other. So you're now going to cut the back side of it. This is the front side. Yeah, so to do that, you are simply going to place the front on the fabric and then add additional 2 inches to it. That's just it. That's where the sewing allowance will be. If you notice, there was no sewing allowance, there was no additional allowance for the sewing added to the front. So the sewing allowance is added to the back. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, 2 inches extra is added on the side of the trouser. So this will serve as the sewing allowance for the trouser, or short rather, for the shorts. So now at this point, you notice that I'm adding an additional 1.5 inches, 2 inches rather, increase on the back side. This is for the hips, to cover the hips properly, because it's a lady's short. So the back is a bit higher than the normal men shorts. Okay, So now I'm just going to cut it out. The additional extra inches added at the back is actually very important. It will help give fitting to the short and the body of the owner. Okay. So yeah, if you watch to this point, then thank you for watching. You might want to leave a comment to let me know that you watched to this point. Like, share, and comment. That motivates me to do more. Yeah, so that's it.